Hey guys, it's James from Winter Insight here, and I'm here today with Chemmy Alcott, who's going to answer a few questions, tell us what she's up to, and give us a bit of an insight to this season. So, hi Chemmy, how are you doing?
I'm very good. I'm so excited. You know, we're waking up. There's frost on the cars. Autumn leaves falling. You've got the cozy socks on, which means winter is here.
Absolutely, winter is here, and we're all excited because that's what we like best, right?
And it's the winter we've waited for. I mean, so many people have missed up to 2 years of skiing. It's crazy.
Well, let's touch on that quickly. What did you do last winter?
I mean, I was very fortunate to get out there. I got out to Switzerland 2 days before they shut it down for Brits. And that actually meant that I was able to work on Ski Sunday because we hosted the whole show from Larks and we were there for 7 weeks, and it was crazy and incredible. Just a tiny team, so it was just me, Ed and Zoid. Normally you have a producer and other people, editors there on site, but we just did it, us three. So if there was anything wrong with the show, we will take full responsibility for it. But because of that, we were a solo bubble, so we each had an apartment and we weren't allowed to see each other indoors.
Wow.
So we had a crazy amount of planning on Zoom in the evening. So we were allowed to be outside together in the days filming, and then at the night time we were on our own, which was quite sad because I'm not very good on my own. I like to talk.
A bit of a social.
So I was like Zooming everybody all the time. But it was amazing to be out there, and there was a big guilty part of us because so many people couldn't be there, and we had to get the tone right. We were like, should we, milk this, or actually should we say, look, we're here, we want you to escape with us? And as it turned out, Britain had the most amazing winter in lockdown, so everyone was skiing in their gardens. We have never been sent that much content on Ski Sunday, so our ski social at the end was amazing. We could have done the whole show on people sending in clips from skiing in the UK and how creative they were being, and that just showed how much passion we were receiving that way, and it was just fantastic.
Yeah, brilliant. We saw what some of the other athletes like Jamie Nichols was up to building.
I know, it's so cool. Yeah,
it's really cool. So, and it's great when people are doing that kind of thing, and I think you got the tone quite right. I think it's talking about being away was making people more excited about going to do it again. And I think this winter, even though there's still a little bit of uncertainty, people are getting quite excited about going away.
Oh, so excited. I mean, I meet everyone who's saying, I don't want to just ski this winter, I want to make up for lost time. Yeah. So holiday bookings are crazy. Like you said, that it will be slightly different. Each country's got different COVID rules. It's very fluid. You really have to make sure you look at all the paperwork you need until you get there. But actually, once you're there, I want people to try and forget about COVID and enjoy being back in the mountains, because everyone's worked so hard and waited so long for that enjoy that moment. Try and forget about, the crazy pandemic that you've been through. You've filled everything out, you've done your vaccines, you're there, enjoy it.
Well, that's one of the gifts of skiing, right? Once you're on your skis and you're on the slopes, everything disappears, right? And you can just enjoy what you're doing.
That freedom, that fluidity, that mountain air, those epic views. And I tell you what, it was a weird thing last winter because there were so few people skiing. It felt like the mountains were healing. We had so much snow, and the mountains were, no one was skiing everywhere on this snow, that it feels like they needed that year to now come back. And we've already seen pre-season this year. We've got so much snow. Austrian resorts have opened up a week earlier than they planned, which hardly ever happens. So it's like, I feel like this will be the winter of all winters. I mean, I'm eternally positive always anyway, and it's a very annoying trait that I have, but I genuinely believe that people have waited so long for this that they deserve it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Forever an optimist here. So, speaking of Ski Sunday, which you mentioned, nicely led into there, what's your plans for this winter with the Ski Sunday?
So this winter, crowds are back at races, which means that we will be back at races with the crowds.
Brilliant.
And I'm really excited because I have never been to a Men's World Cup before. And we're going to the big ones. We're doing Bormio, Adelboden, following the slalom men's team. And then we're doing Kitzbühel, Wengen and Schladming. And I have never been to any of those. I mean, I've been a fangirl of those World Cups forever. They are, the purest, the entertainment, the hardest World Cups in the world, and I can't wait to see it live.
That's amazing. That sounds like good fun. I wish I was going too. So
I know. And then obviously I hope that Charlie Guest and Alex Tilley is injured right now, but hopefully she gets back and we can do some big stories about the women's talent as well, because it's so much depth there.
Okay, cool. So a few updates for you. You've changed equipment.
I have. I'm back. Some of my most successful days were on Vocal. When I was younger, I was a race tiger, and I've had some epic runs where I was fastest in the World Cup on my Vocals. And then I went to Atomic and had some great years there, but I felt like I needed a change. Everyone's scared of change, which is totally natural. But to go back, I think it was a change actually. I was climbing, ski touring 4,000 meter plus peaks, and 3 of the girls on it were on Vocals on these epic touring skis. And I was just really jealous of them. I was like, I want those. And then it came to the end of the season, and thankfully Vocal wanted me too. So I'm really excited to start the partnership, especially in the UK. I think that there's a huge market here, being a race coach in the UK, for young kids to get on new equipment, to try new things. And also the women's skis are really strong. They don't compromise on the look of the ski or the ability of the ski for women. So I'm really keen to promote these skis in the UK to the female market.
Amazing. I mean, they've got some great heritage as a brand, and
Yep.
I know that comes with a package with the marker bindings
Yeah.
and then the Dalbello boots,
Yep.
and I believe level gloves as well.
Yeah, I know. And the helmet.
Yeah.
I'm top to toe. I'm top to toe.
Fair.
And that's really nice as well, to be able to invest my time into one big brand,
Yeah.
where I know that I'm supporting them in every realm. And yeah, I love the team, great UK team, and to work in Europe with the guys is going to be great as well.
Perfect. And not everybody knows something I learned this morning. I should have known, but you're also honorary president of the ski club.
I am,
So
yes.
what have you got going on with the ski club? I know we're here today doing something. for the
That's
ski
like my
club.
responsible hat.
Yeah.
So I've got like the fun hat, the Ski Sunday. I've got the coaching hat, and my responsible hat is Honorary Ski Club of Great Britain. Very proud to have that role. Had that role for a few years now, and it's just to kind of uplift the ski club members. They've been through a really tough time, so. In lockdown, I did loads of fitness for them. We actually had our Zoom crash the first time we did it, because over 100 people joined, and I was there going, oh my gosh, there's people in the waiting room, we can't let you in. So the passion is so strong for it that we decided to start running these UK Snowdome days.
Yeah. Okay.
And Hemel have been amazing letting us come here. The members, I mean, they book it sells out within a minute.
Okay.
Because unfortunately, because of COVID, we can't have big groups, so we've got small
Sure.
groups. But it means that the members get more out of the experience. And I just love it. It's being part of that community that we still need to keep growing in the UK.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I was watching this morning. You had 2 hours with a small group, and
Yeah.
then a quick break with us here,
Yeah.
and then back out again this afternoon, and with the Marco Dalbello Vocal guys. So that's quite a cool.
And they
little
get to
program.
test all the new skis, and we've got
Yeah.
some of the skis on sale here. So it's just about giving them that pre-season top tips and technical tips and equipment tips that gives them like a little bit of I'm winning. I haven't even started skiing in the mountains and I'm winning.
That's amazing. I think that's really great. So, last little thing I think I want to touch on really with you is this season coming. What athletes should we be looking out for, kind of on the ski racing scene?
I mean, we've got so much depth. I am so glad that I'm not on the Olympic selectors team for Team GB for Alpine, because I think we've got a huge talent. We've got some young guys who really deserve that chance of going to the Olympics. It's going to be difficult this season because in Beijing we can't get accreditation for all the athletes.
Okay.
It will be a very small team we select, and that team will be based on the team event. So we will have 2 girls and 2 boys, and I'm really hoping that we can somehow get more spots than that, because obviously in slalom alone we've got Dave Riding, who I've been seeing all summer, and he's just got this vitality about him that I think hasn't been there for the last few years. I think because Laurie Taylor and Billy Major are pushing him so hard, and they've got this great team and they do everything together. So it's not just competition on the slalom, they bring it to pre-day fitness. And so when they have a day off, they do this pre-fitness, and they have this test that they on the bike, and then this weight test, and they all do it. So they're all competitive, and every one of them's good at a different part.
Yeah.
So there's just this energy with that group, and obviously Alan Baxter is with them now as well, and
Yeah.
he's got a great energy anyway, and a huge amount of knowledge and experience. So I think that we're calling them the Queen's Men. I'm
Okay.
really excited to see how they develop. I think they will all be skiing awesome this year. Laurie on heads is a different skier now.
Okay.
So I'm really interested to see how that develops. I've seen Charlie Guest a lot this summer, and her slalom's on point. Her back is healed, so she's going to be a force to be reckoned with, especially how she ended last season. But then we've got this like depth of talent underneath it, like Reese Bell, Sarah Woodward, Gigi Gorringe. There's so many girls coming up. And my aim is to try and support, and I don't know how to do this, a programme for those girls coming up, because we've made that on the men's team and it's been hugely successful. We've got a development British team for them, and they're all skiing together, and that's what we need to do on the women's side. We need to bring them together and create a positive culture a lot amongst these incredibly talented young female athletes, so that they can all build their talent together. And having seen the pre-season success of the Norwegian women's team, that's where they all started. I have to give a shout out to Charlie Raposo. He just had the most amazing parallel GS the other day, scored his first World Cup points, 300s off, making the top 16, but 17th. I mean, he was 4th on the red course with a bib of 51, 52, and he's worked so hard for so long. he's given it the gift of the gab for so long that to see him deliver right now in his peak is just epic, and I hope he just goes on and on.
Yeah, well, I think you'll know this better than anybody else, but the ski racing scene, sometimes the athletes have been a little bit on their own, particularly British athletes, and I think you touched on it really well there. You know, I know Alan very well, he's a great guy, and building that community and that team to push each other on, knowing that you're on the same team, is actually such a big advantage,
so
right?
Good. I mean, I missed it my whole career. So towards the end of my career, I went and skied with the Canadians and the Norwegians to be part of a team.
Yeah.
Because I wanted that. And then in your head, you've always got, well, we're not competing in the same nation. We're not really together on this. So I think that is the culture that you need to create, and it is doing wonders. I mean, there is so much talent that is now being seen on the world stage because of it.
Brilliant. Well, we hope to kind of see a bit more of that on Ski Sunday, and you touching on those athletes and talking about it across the season.
We just need some people to start skiing speed and being supported on the speed side, because I do believe that we can be a really competitive nation in downhill and Super G. And for the women, there is a massive market there for someone to go all the way. And I just, that will be the next hurdle that we should face.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Thank
And
you.
good luck for the season.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today.
Cheers.